here today, guys, at Langdon Hole. That's what this area is called. It's basically a large dip in the landscape. But up here, there is Langdon Hole Deep Shelter. We're not going to go in that today. We might have a look at the entrance though. The reason we're not going in is because there aren't any steps going down, so it'd just be slipping down to the bottom. But what we are going to have a look at is up there, in that direction. There's a large gunning site, we believe, which may have a few bunkers, some batteries maybe. So we're going to have a look at that, and hopefully it should be good. It's clearly a defensive building as it's got some gun slats on this wall, but on this wall there are some windows to look out, and this way is facing towards Dover Castle and Fort Burgoyne, so this direction is already very well defended, so I don't need to defend this side. However, this side does not have any windows. It's just got gun slats which are designed like this, with then a little square here, so that the person inside gets lots of manoeuvrability so they can fire over a large range, but a person shooting inside has only that tiny little square to shoot into. As you can see, this entire place is defended. And the gunning slats here, in shape. There's a slightly different, slightly wider gunning slat in the corner here. I don't know whether that's just because it's in the corner, or because it's quite low down compared to the other ones. So maybe they had a different kind of gun in here, maybe like a mounted machine gun or something, whereas these ones would probably have been rifles held by the men to just shoot out of. Okay, so here we are, we found the gunning site. Now, we're in this little ring here at the moment. It's got these trenches going through the ground. Now, I'm assuming they would have had a gun here in the middle, but I might be wrong, it might just be where they stored all the shells. Anyway, these buildings are almost definitely where they stored the shells. I'm quite sure of that. Probably not correct, but I'm sure of it. Anyway, so if they did have a gun, I reckon it would have been an anti-aircraft gun, because I can't see how they would have been able to shoot out that way unless they had a really tall gun here. And it's got these little trenches go along and around like this, and I'm sure that these would have been used to mount the gun, because I went to Fort Burgoyne recently and there they had these trenches, and I found out that the trenches are designed so that the gun can slide around on them, and then when it fires all the recoil is transmitted to the trenches to stop it from moving backwards. So that's probably what these are for, but yeah, I might be wrong. They're just a shock. But these are some kind of storage sheds as well. we just come across from the bunker now. We're at a separate bunker looking thing. We're just going to head inside this building down here. So if you want to follow me down onto this little convenient step and go through the window. Watch out for glass down here, guys. Okay, so Gabe's just come through the main entrance there, just behind him. Got a little pipe going out there that looks like water drainage maybe. There's another one of those here. Small little tiny hole up there, sort of letterbox size. And then another kind of, it would have been a vent going into the next room. Main door moving into this room here. You see it goes out the back here, we'll go out there in a second. But for now we'll just continue in here, another one of those vents. Ed, do you want to take over? Alright, so you see another window here. Still on with wood and it's got blue paint on it, that's quite cool. Yellow paint still on the ceiling as well. Oh, and there's... oh, never mind. So you come around the corner here. And there's some steps. Oh, there's some vents as well, there's some steps leading outside. With a little roof bit going up. And there are two doors, I don't know whether they're still open or not. No, they don't, we've tried them. So you have to squeeze through sideways if you want to get in that room, but it doesn't really look amazingly interesting. It's an empty room. So I don't think we really want to. Alright, so we're in this little room. We've got here kind of where the electricity would have flown through to get to the lights, and it's cut off here, but it would have gone probably around the wall somewhere. There's a small hook sort of thing just up here. I don't really know what that is. Also, project on the ceiling. Interesting. Ed, never mind. And this is fallen down, so it looks like a shelf. A bolt would have been there. And you got obviously the ceiling's all corrugated, and you can see the really big bolts that are holding it all together in the middle. What are these? Two rusted screws coming out. What the hell that is? I don't really want to know what that is. Might be the toilet block. Exactly, that's what I was thinking. And then where the light switch would have been, so light cable would have come all the way around here and gone to here. Coming out the side of there maybe. There's another box there as well. Yeah, there's another box here with a switch on it. I don't know what the switch does because there's nothing in it. So that's about it in this room, minus the really big fat hole in it. Let's go! Come through the entrance to this large bunker, which is basically just a large room with a side bit coming up here on a slightly elevated level. Two large doors on either side with some blast walls casing them so that bombs can't get in here and blow it up. And on top there's loads of earth, and then you've got this corrugated iron on top, so it's pretty safe from bombing. Let's have a look in the main room first. Dead bush. Lovely. Okay, so we're now walking to the second part of it, which comes down this way. I don't know why this part is elevated or it's slightly in here, but it's got large, thick walls. So maybe to make sure it's extra safe, maybe they kept something explosive in here. Or something like that. I don't know. But make that assumption. Oh yeah, I think this room was used for storing explosives. Something else I learned at Fort McGowan was that sometimes in like where they used to store all the ammunition, they'd have an air gap between the walls to make sure it was always dry inside the room, yeah, so the ammunition still worked. So that's probably why the wall is so thick, because they would have had an air gap all the way through, which is shown by these little ventilation things. So we've just come from the gunning site, or emplacement, or whatever it was over there. Now we're at Langdon Hole, which is what this area is called, I think. But no, the explorer's pretty decent, you know. Like, we found 2 large bunkers, all of the gunning sites, of course. What else did we find? Just cool stuff, really, I suppose.
One, go.
So we've just come up from Langdon Hole back.